Good morning. So here I am with a little morning motivation for you guys. A bit more than motivation, it's also for those of you who want to know how to put a spell on someone. That's like such a big question. How to put a spell on someone. You start by putting a spell on yourself. Let's think about it like this. You want to control someone else, but do you have control over yourself? How can you expect to control somebody if you have no control over you? When it comes to putting spells on people, it's mental. Everything is mental. You are an alchemist. I'm an alchemist. Everybody's an alchemist. Everybody has the potential. You just have to, like I've said in previous videos, build up that skill. You go to work today and this coworker that you hate makes you really, really, really upset. You're like, I can't stand this person. How do I get rid of her? She's making my life miserable. Or he. They're not making your life miserable. You are making your life miserable. Nobody has control over you. Only you have control over your feelings, how you feel inside. You exude anger because anger is who you are. If you had self-control, you would have no reaction. When you are reacting, you are acting like an animal, not a god, not a goddess. You should be observing things that are going on. If you automatically react and you get upset, that means that you have no control. Take time to breathe, to actually listen to what people are saying. And if it does not resonate with you and it does not do you well, let it go. You don't have to receive anything someone is giving you. You don't have to accept someone telling you negative things. You don't even have to accept your thoughts or negative feelings behind it. If you agree mentally with what they're saying and you get upset, that's on you. Does that mean that you believe that about yourself? It has to be, because if it's not true, what's the problem? Stop taking the negative things people say and turning them into who you are. Let it just be them. Clearly, that's how they're feeling. That's what's on their mind. What they're doing is called transference of energy. Learn to balance your energy. Learn to work with your energy, with yourself, and learn that you have complete control. Everything on the outside of you is a reflection of what's on the inside of you. You know how you feel by how you feel. You will know when you begin to have control over how you feel, because you will stop reacting to all the negative things that people tell you. You won't even want to do spells on people, because how you're behaving and how you're feeling when you're in their presence, it will completely change. And when that does, they'll change. You'll stop reacting. So they'll stop having things to say. And if they do, you still won't care. You will be so fully unbothered that the situation literally will not exist anymore. Walk like, talk like, act like you are a god, because that's what you are, and let peasants be peasants. Mind you, everybody's a god, but if gods and goddesses want to play the roles of peasants, let them. Do not put yourself into that flow of energy. You have to remember who you are. You are the greatest thing walking. How do you know? Because you live within yourself. This reality does not exist without your knowing of its existence. So what does that mean? Sounds to me like you are God. You are God playing hide and seek with yourself. Don't let this world fool you. People who don't know who they are will fool you into thinking that you don't know who you are. You don't have to accept that. Don't accept that. You want to put spells on people? Start with putting spells on yourself. Think about if your reactions and your feelings were completely different from what they are now. Certain circumstances, like that domino effect, wouldn't trickle down to what it is now. You would not go home still having work or negative people on your mind, or your spouse, your baby daddy, your baby mom, your boss, family members, sisters, just whoever. Let all of it go and decide that you are going to have control over how you feel. If somebody says, oh, because you're such and such, or just the pettiest things, I'm sure you can come up with a few. I don't have to. Everybody has their own circumstances where you can think of something right now that someone says that peed you off really bad. Take that and flip it around. You're an alchemist. Tell yourself that's how they feel. Turn it into something positive. Well, if they feel that badly about me, then clearly they feel that bad about themselves, because you will only push out things that are already within your thought stream, within your feeling, within your energy, within your mind frame. What are you pushing out? Are you pushing out things that other people are putting into you? Or are you pushing out things that you create on your own? Stop and think about that. A lot of us feel like, oh, if we don't react quickly enough, then the other person wins. Take the time to listen to what people are saying and literally sit there. You don't even have to respond immediately. If your response is not something that's helpful to you or positive to you, then you don't need to respond at all. You can look at people crazy and walk off. But no spell will work on anyone until you have control over you. Put a spell on yourself. Put a spell on yourself for prosperity, for self-control, for self-love. Because if you love yourself enough, you won't even accept the stupidity that the people around you have to offer. How can you control someone else when you can't even control you? Start practicing self-control. Comfort yourself. Tell your mind that those things are not you and you don't want to play a part in them. The world around you has no control over you, only you. I will be back with more on this topic. I have to go to work and decorate some cakes, but I just wanted to give y'all that little piece of advice right quick, because I know everybody's getting their day started and it's holiday time. People can be so aggressive and it's just a really stressful time. Remember who you are. Don't accept those things. Don't accept what those people say. It takes a lot of practice. It does, because I've been there and done that. I used to be a very reactive person. Now I will look at you and smile. I don't care what you have to say about me, because I know who I am. And I don't need to have control over you, because I have control over myself, you know? So please take that with you today. And remember that you are the greatest being walking, and you know this because you are you. You'll never know how great anyone else is besides yourself. You know, everything is only perspective if it's not coming directly from you. So this is the temple, you know, the kingdom of heaven lies within you. The kingdom of heaven. If the kingdom of heaven lies within you, then who are you? Think about it. Think about it. Think about that. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful, beautiful Friday.